Who's next? You. Thanks. This son of a bitch. Thanks to you. I now realize that letter was real. So there's no reason for me to keep you alive A&M longer. The midterms are finally over. I managed to survive in this damn academy yet again. Jan Percast Department of Swordsmanship 3rd year. It was just the midterms. No need to mu alpha cap epsilon, such a big deal about it. You can still get expelled if you fail the other exams. Celine Haster Department of Knights 2nd year. Just leave him be. He's happy because he did his best. Leto Einstern Department of Swordsmanship 3rd year. Exactly. Even though I may not be good at swordsmanship, I passed with my footwork and horse riding skills. Even if you manage to do that, you'll still just end up as a background character security guard in a mid-sized city after graduation. It's nice that you guys can be so carefree, but for me, it's like my life expectancy decreases with each exam I take. I mean, we're in the best academy in the empire. Of course it's not gonna be a cakewalk. Why are you even stating something so obvious? You're the one who started it. Anyway. You do know that the first period tomorrow is a practical swordsmanship class, right? You'll get point deductions if you're late, so hurry home and get some sleep. Sigh. Why does there have to be a practical class right after exams? It's really not a big deal. I'm going home too now. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah. See you tomorrow. See ya. Sigh. I'm never choosing a morning class ever again. Never ever. Delphiram. Delphiram is coming. We must stop him. What was that dream? Delphiram. Isn't he from the myths? I probably had a weird dream because I drank too much yesterday. What's with the date on my calendar? I sent a date XTH? And what's that letter? Did the person who left this here turn over the calendar too? From the handwriting, it looks like a woman wrote it. And no way. Could there be someone in the academy who has feelings for me? I'll be late for class, but to be polite, I should just give it a quick read, right? I thought it was a vain story from a fairy tale I read as a child, and sometimes I still think it's all a dream that our names were engraved on the pages of that book. What beautiful handwriting. Fiancé. Raid. Hunting festival. Demonic beasts. Practical class. I'll dream of you tonight as well. From Cephia, the year 571 of the imperial calendar, on the 5th day of the month of the Bow. I was duped. The dates don't even match. It doesn't seem like they put any effort into this. If you're gonna do something like this, you need to prepare more thoroughly, Cephia. If we don't protect the future, the world will perish. And then there's that vague part at the end. What a letdown. Seriously. What a nightmare. Time to hurry up and get to class. Who would write me a love letter anyway? Careful. If you lock eyes with him, he's gonna try and talk to us. By the way. Isn't he the crazy one? Is he the one from the rumors? I heard he beat them. I feel like everyone's staring at me. And why do I have an axe at my waist? Damn. What the hell is going on? Leto. Celine. Isn't the sky so pretty, right? Indeed. Ignore him. Just act like you don't know him. Obviously. I don't want to be dragged off to a strange place again. Hey. Are you even listening to me? Huh? Wait, hold on. Something about you is different from yesterday. Like your eyes have become more clear? Hey. I'm not in the mood for this bull. Ian. The evil spirit that possessed you has finally disappeared. Evil spirit. What are you talking about? Stop it, you're being dick-busting. Something weird possessed you this past week. A whole week? But the last thing I remember is saying goodbye to you guys last night. So you don't remember anything? You have been treating us like servants this whole week. And now our reputation is ruined, you bastard. We would have brought you to an exorcist if you hadn't threatened us with an axe. By axe? Do you mean this one? Can you please keep that away from us? I'm getting traumatic flashbacks. I was possessed by an evil spirit? Did something like that really happen to me? I don't recall being near any dangerous places or objects, though. Could this be related to that nightmare I had? Anyway, I'm glad it disappeared. Yeah. Thankfully it's gone before another incident happened. Incident? Did I do something? Yeah. Something really crazy. You beat the second year's top student. The second year's top student. Then do they mean the youngest aura expert and the one who's referred to as a monster swordswoman among the second years? Syria Yurdina? I beat a monster like her. You're messing with me, right? Why are you acting so surprised? You hospitalized her for a whole week. No way. What evil spirit possessed my body for that to be able to happen? Beats me. Anyway, Ian, what are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about? What? I'm talking about the swordsmanship class today. You're facing her again today, remember? I am what? Unbelievable. Before, you could never last more than 10 seconds against me, and yet. What's unbelievable? Is your mediocre swordsmanship. Wasn't Syria virtually undefeated, even against fourth-year students? And Ian won against someone like that. Hey, look here. Aren't you even a little suspicious? You made a move at every little opening I showed, didn't you? Without even realizing that it was a trad. Out of everyone, just why did I have to fight someone who's in the same class as me? It would have been fine even if I were up against someone I could beat. But I'm fighting the Academy's unbeatable student. Syria Yurdina. Ian. Call it quits while you still can and surrender. But that Syria sure is persistent. For real. Like, she lost miserably, but she won't even accept it. The professor always covered for her because she's strong, but I bet this totally bruised her pride. Yeah, even I would have felt ashamed. We'll now begin the match. Quiet, everyone. Remember, this match serves as a substitute for our class, so this will be reflected in your grades. Damned evil spirit. You should have at least dealt with things before disappearing. You simply vanished after doing whatever you wanted. What the hell am I supposed to do? She's the top student, so losing a few marks shouldn't hurt her. But if I fail this class, I'll end up as a neat living with my parents. Professor. Alright. I just need to hold out until she's satisfied. 10 minutes should be enough. Not a snowball's chance in hell I'll last 10 minutes. I'd be in the hospital within one. Still, if I give up here, that girl would never accept it. I have to hold out a little longer. Now. It's my turn, right? Do as you wish. What's this? Somehow, my body feels really light. What in the world happened during the time I can't remember? My body is moving exactly as I want it to. For a moment, it thought I had a way out of this, but nope, it's impossible. So you didn't show me that opening on purpose? Yet last week, you brushed me aside so effortlessly like you were just toying with me. Last week this, last week that. Just shut up about last week already. I'll lose my mind if I hear it one more time. Whose fault do you think it is that I ended up as a laughingstock? There's no doubt about it. Both my kinetic vision and reaction speed have improved. I should be a match for her. From the side. No, from below. The next one is the front. Or, at least, that's what it looks like, but it's actually a continuous assault. It's a pain, but I'm somehow keeping up. Still. Why does she make so many unnecessary moves? Don't charge in just because you see an opening. Asamite's a trap. Isn't that what you told me last week? That's why I asked for a rematch. But you're doing awful. Isn't it about time you got serious? I see. Wiley's strength has certainly grown. She isn't the same as last time either. Thanks to the words I said to her last week. She's making more unnecessary movements. Alright, I've fought with her equally for long enough now. If I call it quits now, she won't be able to say anything. Good. Now that you've finally gotten serious. It's time for me to show you what I can do, too. There it is. If Ian doesn't get up in 5 seconds, Syria wins. The possession. The duel with the top student. They've been the most unbelievable things that have ever happened in my life. 1. Still, I've done what I had to do to make amends. I have to become a normal person again. 2. You took that hit on purpose just now, didn't you? Don't think you can settle this like that. 3. I'll request another duel if you end things like this. Even if you refuse or skip class or whatever, I will challenge you again and again until you have a taste of the same humiliation I felt. I'm struggling like hell right now for something I don't even remember doing. Are you seriously treating me like your archenemy, just because I messed with you for a week? Ian, if you want to withdraw, you should do it now. How about it? Do you want to stop? No. I can still go on. Fine. Then the duel will continue. Get ready, both of you. Good. We couldn't just let this end like that. I can't run away now. I'm gonna rip that shitty pride of yours to pieces again today. No way. Got you. First letter, 2, every time we do, we think of what we've accomplished. Protecting the world and becoming heroes. I thought it was a vain story from a fairy tale I read as a child, and sometimes I still think it's all a dream that our names were engraved on the pages of that book. It's all thanks to you. No, it's just as you said. It may be thanks to all of us. I can't run away now. I'm gonna rip that shitty pride of yours to pieces again today. During that last exchange, I could clearly see her sword's movements. And I was able to dodge without any problems. I just have to focus. Come at me. I'll completely destroy your pride. I can see it. The path of her sword. And the timing of her swings. Got you. It's over now. Wait, is this really okay? Why am I settling something from a week ago? This won't solve anything. Rather, this situation will just repeat itself. It's not about winning. It's about understanding the issue at hand. Ow. What the hell? Are you doing? Are you making fun of me now that you've won? Why are you trying so hard to win against me? Because winning is everything. If I lose, I'll become a laughingstock. I have learned a lot. Thank you very much. Then this means Ian has won, right? He won twice against the second year's top student. Seriously, who the hell? Oh, to be young. The winner of this match is Ian. From now on, I'll walk my own path, no matter what others say. Just like Senior Lon has taught me. Things don't always go the way you want them to go. Hey, look. It's the rumored Ian Purkis. Isn't he the demon who almost killed her the first time and then forced her to admit defeat the second time? Oh my. We should stay away from him. I only won because Syria didn't show what she's actually capable of. I didn't win because I'm strong. Of course, it's true that my aura detection and mana have gone up significantly compared to before. Yet no matter how many unnecessary movements she made. If my skills were worse than hers, I wouldn't have been able to win in the first place. What the hell happened to me in the week I can't remember? Ian. Wait, are you trying to recall that week? Celine. Hey, can't you see that I'm here too? Yeah. In the end, I still don't know why I was possessed. The saintess at the cathedral said you're fine, so I'm sure you are. Fine, huh? There are weird rumors about me everywhere, though. Who cares about some stupid rumors? They're not even bad ones. Before this, you were looked down on as a low-ranking noble, but that's not the case now, is it? It pissed me off every time I heard, he has a nice face, but he's a countryside noble, so he's not that attractive. But that still means they liked me. Right, Kelly F. Anyway. Humph. Thanks to you, even the high-ranking nobles stopped treating us badly because they're scared you'll crush them. By the way. Is that rumor true? What rumor? There have been way more than 1 or 2 rumors about me lately. They say your Dina has been following you around ever since that day. Has she really? About that. Look to the side, but don't make it obvious. Does she really think that disguise will work? Why the hell are you following Ian around? Don't you remember getting beaten up half to death by him a while back? When did she start following you around? Around 5 days ago. It's so annoying, I think I'm gonna go insane. Then go talk to her before she explodes. Okay. What should I do? I have to ask him as soon as possible. Syria. I noticed you've been following me around recently. Do you have something you want to talk about? Senior Ian? How did you see through my disguise? Did she really think that disguise would work? Well. I'd like to ask you for guidance. Because I want to become stronger. Oh? She's become more polite than last week. What would I even teach her, though? If we were talking about morals, then that's a different story, but there's nothing I can teach someone who's stronger than me. But more importantly, I finally got my normal life back. I really don't want to get involved with her. Syria. I'm sorry, but I'll have to refuse. Huh. But you won against me twice. That wasn't because of my skills or anything like that. You simply let your guard down. Honestly, the only reason I won was because of sheer luck. Luck is also a skill. If you can't do it for a long time, then just until the hunting festival, please. The hunting festival? Come to think of it, that ridiculous letter also mentioned the hunting festival. There were a lot of accidents during the hunting festival that year. Emma from the alchemy department went to gather medicinal herbs. When she was suddenly attacked by a mysterious monster. And was found with her stomach ripped open. Of course, there's no reason for you to help me, but, thanks to you, I remembered something I needed to do. Huh? Also, if you want to get stronger, you should ask Professor Derek to teach you, not me. Hey. Where are you going all of a sudden? Have you settled things with Syria? Nope, but I remembered something else I had to do. See ya. Honestly, I don't believe anything that was written in that letter. However, my friend's name coming up in it bothers me. I have to confirm whether she's safe in person and if it's possible to receive a letter from the future. She'd definitely know about it. First letter, 3, I got used to life in Arancourt. I was worried about what would happen when I crossed the desert where sand was all one could see, but in the end, it is also a place where people live. The sun is warm, and the sea glitters under its reflection. Have you heard the old saying, if you look through the eyes of a fairy, you can see hidden treasures? That was it. And writing a letter to you has also become an important part of my day. That's good enough. You're almost there. So long as you remain diligent, you should be able to create a well-rounded aura by the time the hunting festival comes. Thank you. But well, I never thought you'd ask me to teach you. Senior Ian told me I should ask you for guidance. Ian did? Well then, I'll be taking my leave. It doesn't look like you can teach me anything else, Professor. This girl. She lacks social skills as always. Until next class then. Syria. There's no need to rush. Even that guy only managed to place second in the hunting festival in his second year. But then. I guess it's odd for a professor to ask you not to rush yourself when you're eager to improve your grades. I'll give you a hint since it's your first hunting festival. Familiarize yourself with the terrain and monsters of the southern forest. It's where the hunting festival will be held. I'm sure your upperclassmen have already started to do so. The southern forest? Are there any strong monsters there? There are hardly any near the entrance. But once you're halfway into the forest, you'll suddenly start seeing some very powerful monsters. I see. I'll try to go deeper next time. Don't go too deep on your own, though. Although students can take most of them down. There are records that terrible monsters appear more frequently as the hunting festival approaches. At the time of creation, the heavenly god Ars was born alongside light. And with darkness came the evil god Amelos. The heavenly goo, together with the flow of time, created the universe. That is how the law that time flows from the past to the future was made. If this law were to be overturned, the world would be plunged into great turmoil. Thus, the heavenly god firmly preserved the order of time by placing several restrictions on it. Therefore, if there is any being that can defy this order, it would have to be an enemy of the heavenly god, a being that is immensely powerful. Someone such as Delphilm. You get it now? Yeah, not at all. You're the one who woke me up, even though I was up all night, and demanded that I explain this to you, right? Not only that, but you also came and slammed the door open after not seeing me for a month. On top of all that, you then said some nonsense like, "I'm glad you're okay." You really need to learn some common sense. You always lose track of things once you start focusing on something. Come on. Cut me some slack. Aren't we friends? Friends? Even though you only ever come to me when you need to know something? Come on, I'm sorry. I know I woke you up, but aren't you being meaner to Omicron me than usual? Look, I'm sorry, but could you please explain it to me a little more simply? Well, at least you're sorry. Alright, I'll tell you the gist of it one more time. If you're trying to go against time, obviously, you need immense strength, right? I guess? And there's only one being in the world with that much power. That being is Delphilm, the servant of the evil god. So you're saying the letters I got were sent by Delphilm? You seriously need to learn some common sense. Hey, that's what you said. I guess if I had to name someone, it would be Delphilm. But how could a mythical being we're not even sure exists do that? Then, what if it's the evil god's doing? We don't know if he exists either. Haha. Yeah, you're right. In any case, it's impossible to get a letter from the future. You should go back to your room and make sure it's secure. Isn't she being a little harsh to treat me like an idiot just because I said something crazy? Then again, I guess I'm also crazy for actually believing that I got a letter from the future. Oh, right. Wait a second. There's something I want to give to you. What are these? They're presence erasing drugs. They're a new product. Try one out and see if it works. Ooh. Will drinking this make me invisible? It doesn't make you invisible. It just erases your prees. Hey, what are you doing? Bleg, it tastes bad. Why did you drink it right away? It's valuable, you know? All I have to do is to see if it works or not, right? Go and try closing your eyes for a second while I hide. Calm down. Oh, well. The more test results, the better. Alright, I'll close my eyes and try to feel your presence. It's hard to put into words, but even I can't feel my own presence. It's like I turned into a ghost. If I can remain silent after hiding, it'll give me a tremendous advantage during the hunting festi. Whoa. How? How did you find out? This is a no-go. I didn't even think of that. What do you mean? Why isn't it a no-go? Because of body odor. You don't have a presence, but your body odor is still there. My body odor? Everyone has a body odor unique to them that they can't smell themselves. It didn't come to mind when I tried it on my own. I need to do something about it. I see. Good luck with that. Why am I even worrying about you when you're insanely strong? Are you going back now? Now that I know you're fine, I'll drink the other test tube in the forest and report back to you. Oh, right. Just don't go into the forest alone until the upcoming hunting festival. If you really have to, call me first. Because, I heard the monsters there have been behaving strangely lately. Is that so? Okay. I guess this is exactly the time to put you to good use. Yeah. Since I'm free, put to good use, okay? Seriously, who the hell keeps on sending me these letters? Anyway, I already warned her not to go alone, so I think she'll be fine. Hey. Where did you run off to earlier? Thanks to you, I had to calm down a furious Kelly. Good timing. It's you, isn't it? Do you know how much Emma made fun of me because of your letters? Huh? Letters? So you went to see Emma? How is she? Huh. Forget it. I'll just say you fooled me this time, but don't tell me someone's going to die again next time. That's too much. I asked you how Emma is doing. Why are you talking about this nonsense? Anyway, how's Emma doing? Of course she's fine. How could she not be? First letter, 4, at first, I was a little skeptical when you asked me to send you a letter once a month. I mean, it's you, Ian. But I also felt my heart pounding a little, thinking that you, who always smiled at me without a word, would miss your dear lover when you had to send me off so far away. But as usual, I seem to be the only one who felt that way. I send you a letter every 2 days, but you only answer once a week. Emmanuel. May God be with you. This is a greeting from the Holy Nation. Emmanuel. We found her at the entrance of the forest. According to the scouts, it was likely a monster's doing. Monsters don't often appear in that area, so she must have let her guard down. With that being said, drinking a potion that made it appear like she was dead after getting wounded saved her life. Saintess, if it's your divine power. Divine power is not all-powerful. If you were to give us something of high value as an offering, we could perform a miracle, but you should know that an herbalist's daughter doesn't have such expendable resources. The offering does not concern monetary value, rather the difficulty in obtaining such a thing to begin with. It's unfortunate, but you've ought to prepare yourselves for the worst. Emma's father will be here soon. It'll be difficult for you to explain something like this to him. If you'd like to entrust that task to us, it would be fine if you were to return right now. No, I'll stay. I was the last person to see Emma. I have to tell him. It may be the last time we ever meet. This is not anyone's fault. Please do not blame yourselves. May you regain your peace of mind. Emmanuel. Damn it. Why did a monster appear at the entrance of the forest? If it weren't for that, she could have run away. Leto. My daughter. Emma. Just why? Are you Emma's father? Do you know my daughter? Please help us, young master. Please, at least let me see my Emma's face. For the sake of hygienic purposes, they didn't even let Emma's father see her. And there was nothing we could do. If only we had a strong backing. If only we had the money for an offering. Maybe we could have done something. But for us mere countryside nobles, all we could do was tell him the priests were doing everything they could to heal her. Excuse me, sir. Yesterday, Emma gave this to me. It's a new potion she was proud to have developed. Rather than me. You should be the one to hold your daughter's achievement. No. Please use this, young master. In exchange. Please. Please don't ever forget my Emma. Don't forget my daughter. Was there really nothing I could do? No. I definitely could have prevented all of this from happening. If only I had taken the letter more seriously. If only I hadn't only given her a vague warning before I left. Borb Bobos, I don't know if this letter is truly from the future. Nor do I know whether what's written is true or not. But it's true, I had a feeling I couldn't completely ignore the letter's contents. In that case, I have to find Sepia, the one who wrote this letter. And make sure that the events described in the letter never come to pass. Sepia? Did you finally get a girlfriend? You're not getting scammed, right? I never thought a day like this would come. To think that someone like you is actually interested in a woman. What are you rambling about? I told you, I need to find the one who wrote this letter. Did you check the student register? Yeah, but I couldn't find anything. It might be a fake name, then. I wonder what kind of woman is making you this anxious. She must be a player, I said. It's nothing like that. And why would I be anxious? There's just something I want to ask her. To be your girlfriend? Fine, I'll stop. Moving on, isn't Chap the name of a flower? Huh. Yeah. That's why I'm not sure whether it's a real or fake name. Maybe it's a nickname related to that flower? I heard it's pretty common up north, so it might be someone from that area. Speaking of the north, isn't that the territory of the Urdina family? Anyway, I'll ask around. But if we're talking about a person from the north, only one person comes to mind. That crazy fan of yours right over there. Well, that was also the first person I thought of. The only family I know who lives in the snow-covered north is the Urdinas, but I don't know why she'd send a love letter using a fake name instead of just talking to you directly. Get lost. This is compensation for you teaching me. Hold on. What compensation? That's a stupid amount of gold. That's definitely more than 200. When I asked you for your guidance before, I realized it was bad manners for me to not offer you anything in return. It wasn't rude at all, and I can't possibly accept such a large amount of gold. But why are you so desperate for my guidance? That's because I don't think I have anything left to learn from anyone else. I thought she'd become a little better, but I guess that was only in front of me. And there's a lot one can learn from people you can't beat. But, Syria. As I told you before, I don't have the ability to teach someone like you. Also, aren't you doing just fine on your own? Even if you don't have me to teach you, I'm sure you'll reach higher levels on your own one day, the hunting festival. If I miss this year's hunting festival, I won't have another chance. Hold on. The hunting festival? The letter said that Sepia also participated in this year's hunting festival, right? If I don't become stronger. Syria, let's train together. I have to find out if Syria is Sepia. Thus, it's been a few days since I started training with Syria. While I haven't managed to tell whether she's Sepia or not, I did learn other things. The first being that she has zero social skills. She has the nickname Rudierdina, but she didn't get that name from having any ill intent. She just really sucks at interacting with others. Secondly, Syria doesn't know the meaning of rest. I've heard that higher-ranking nobles train without resting, by drinking healing potions. Syria is one of those people. Are you okay? I'm fine. This can be healed with just a single potion. You do understand potions are not a cure-all, right? They don't get rid of the tension and fatigue in your joints. That's why we pace ourselves when training. The other day you said that this year is your last chance, right? What exactly did you mean by that? Why is it causing you so much anxiety? There's someone in their 4th year I'd like to win against. But just because that person's graduating, it doesn't mean it's the end. You could meet them and ask for a match if you really have to. No. The more time passes, the more my chances of going against that person decrease. What do you mean? If I were to go against the head of the family, I would be exiled immediately. Wait. The head of the family? Do you mean? Indeed. The top student of the swordsmanship department's 4th years. Delphine Erdina, she's my half-sister, who will become the head of the family after she graduates. You just said I'd still have a chance even after she graduates, right? That's not true, you just said I'd still have 4 chance even after she graduates, right? Within the academy. First letter, 5, of course, I know working in the imperial capital can be tough. I am not a woman so callous as to not understand how heavy the burden you bear must be. Because I watched over you right by your side. I saw your pain, sorrow, and suffering. As your fiancé, not being able to support my lover through such rough and harsh times is reprovable, and I am still deeply reflecting on that. Changing the rules of a 1v1. That's unfair. I'll praise you for fighting me even though you couldn't make any allies. But remember that gathering people and using them is all a part of your skill. Everyone in your Dina is on my sister's side. There's no way I could make any allies in that group. If only I had some of my own. It's done. You should be able to move now. If this person was one of my allies. The festival beloved by Emperor Aeolus. The hunting festival. One of the major events held at the academy. It's a competition to see who can hunt the strongest magical beasts. The magical beasts in the southern forest, where the hunting festival takes place, are left untouched for this very purpose. Syria, who has to take part in the hunting festival, and Sepia, who is supposed to have become close to me during the hunting festival. I don't know what that has to do with me at all, but it's been bothering me. Ian. Let's go together. Why are you in such a rush? Ian. Are you an idiot or something? Where did that come from? Well. Normally, nobody would want to train with the kid they'd just beaten up. That was only a match, and we made up afterwards. Made up? Didn't she follow you around for a while afterwards? She just wanted to ask me something. And she's not following me around anymore. Why are you taking her side so much? Humph. What are you doing? You. Did you change your perfume? It's not perfume. It could be the scent of my new facial cleanser. Heh. Successfully changed the subject. By the way, do you know what practical exercises we'll be doing today? It's my first time, so. It'll probably be something like exploring the forest and learning about the environment. I hope we don't run into any magical beasts. Normally, we wouldn't encounter any. But the letter said that there will be a magical beast attack. With a proper response, major casualties can be prevented, but that also means there's a high possibility that a lot of people could die. I have to prevent that at all costs. I'm the only one who knows about the warnings from the letter. Attention, everyone. I'll go over some important points before we begin. Surely you must all be aware of the student who was attacked by a magical beast at the entrance of the forest recently. The fact that they came so close to the entrance when they normally don't come near there at all means you might encounter them too, so be careful. Also, because this forest has many trees, it may be difficult to swing your sword freely. So when you're moving around or attacking, be aware of your surroundings. The magical beasts in this forest are completely used to the terrain. If we encounter them, we'll be at a disadvantage. But if you guys were sword experts capable of materializing your aura, it would be a different story. Even if your sword's trajectory is blocked, with each swing, everything in its way will be cut down. However, no matter how good of a sword expert you are, you can't completely ignore the environment. You see this tree? Situations like these can determine whether you win or lose. For swordsmen, maintaining your distance is crucial. That's why, today, we'll be doing a practical exercise using the forest's environment. Form pairs, and then you can move freely when train ing. However, because of the recent incident, please don't go near the middle of the forest. If you sense any danger, prioritize getting out of there and reporting the situation. If a group of magical beasts were to appear like the letter said, staying together would help concentrate our strength and make it easier to deal with them, but even so, just gathering everyone together would just make us look crazy. In the end, all I can do is quickly inform the professor about the appearance of a group of magical beasts. Since a battle might occur while I'm looking into this, I'm obviously teaming up with Ian. You'll team up with me, right? Well. Let's team up. We're still within the area the professor said we could be in. But so far, not one magical beast has appeared. Syria. Isn't this weird? Yes. I haven't felt the presence of any magical beasts. There's no way someone so skilled at sensing magical beasts like Syria would miss their presence. Then, shall we take a break? Sorry, but please don't lower your guard. Of course, that's not a problem. May I ask why you wanted to team up with me? Well, because we're friends, right? Don't tell me I'm the only one who considers you a friend. Oh, I see. Then. In exchange for you becoming my friend, Senior Ian, should I offer you something in return? Huh? When we get back to the dorms, I can get you gold or something. No. That wouldn't be friendship, that would be a transactional relationship. Friends talk with each other, go on walks together, and so forth. You can talk with them about things you can't tell other people. Just spending time together is enough. Then, since we're friends, can I ask you a kind of rude question? Sure. What is it? Are doing you this for the sake of your friend? Is the reason we ventured so deep into the forest because your friend was attacked here? To take revenge on the magical beasts? I don't know either. Then why? I said I don't know. It's not for revenge. I came this far to search for magical beasts. Is this what friendship is? Is this something friends are supposed to do for each other? I don't know. Isn't it something that just happens naturally? If you were in my shoes, what would you do? If I were attacked by a magical beast, I'd definitely want to take it down. Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel, because she's my friend. So that is the meaning of friendship, huh? But I'm not an idiot. I'm not just gonna rush in blindly at the magical beasts. I have to make sure we're not in any danger. Syria. Did you feel that? Huh? Shush. Focus. I'm not sensing anything in particular. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. If there are this many, the students in the forest are in danger. First letter, 6, however, protecting Arancourt, one of the 3 major trading ports of the empire and a strategic point to protect the west coast of the continent, is also one of the duties of the nobles of the empire. Ian, you should know that the aftermath of the last war has not yet subsided. Still, the reason I am always taking time to write to you is because I want you to catch even a glimpse of my deep feelings for you. Should we attack them? No. We're running away. There's no need for us to take them on. It's safest and best for us to let the professor know about this. Are you ready? All right. Run. Yes. It's chasing us. With this much distance, we should be able to get away. If we can keep this up and let the professor know. Syria. Are you all right? I think I twisted the ankle I injured during training. I'll be fine once I put a brace on it. This is my fault. You should leave me here. Otherwise, they'll get you too, Senior. I didn't expect this to happen. They're closing the distance between us very quickly. At this rate. Syria, go on ahead. Huh? What are you saying? This is my fault. Don't say that to your friends. Senior. The forest is silent. The animal must have instinctively sensed that predators were approaching and immediately went into hiding. There's no need to face them head-on. I'll ambush them here. It's time to use the drug that Emma gave me. It tastes as disgusting as ever. But as long as I have this, I'll be able to get to them before those beasts notice me. I should be able to deal with them. But since it doesn't eliminate my scent, I'll cover my scent thoroughly with soil and grass. Lastly, if I hide somewhere out of sight, those beasts won't be able to find me. Now, come at me, you beasts. Here it comes. Ashen fur, black eyes. And huge fangs. And a body bigger than a grown man's, exuding magic energy. It's definitely the demon beast. Looks like it's confused because the scent it was following suddenly stopped here. My aura wasn't dense enough to pierce it. But if I use all my weight to push down. Drop dead. Just taking one of them down, is this hard? Just how many will I be able to take down? No, this isn't the time to despair. Syria's life will be in danger if I let even one of them go after her. I'll definitely stop them all here. I'm going to kill every last one of them. It's here. It seems that since they're wolf-like demonic beasts, they naturally move in packs. Although I can only see one, I can sense the presence of many more around me. Right now, they're scattered about, looking for me. There are definitely at least 5 of them prowling around me. In that case, I'll have to kill one before it calls for its pack. Show. I have to endure it. Ugh, if I raise my voice, the others will surround me. This axe sure is useful. My senses became much sharper after I was possessed by the evil spirit. And my reaction time has definitely improved, just like when I fought Celia. Whatever the reason may be, the evil spirit has done a good thing for me. Looks like I could take out any number of them in this state. Arg, he pisses me off. How dare he team up with that woman instead of me? What's wrong with her? I'm not sure. I'm so mad. I bet those two are out having a date in the forest right now. Professor Derek. Syria, what happened? Demon beasts. There are a lot of them. And Senior Ian stayed behind by himself to protect me after I got injured. I understand what's going on. You stay here and wait. I'll save Ian. I promise. There's an attack? What's going on? We should grab our weapons too. Senior Ian, please. Be safe. First letter, 7, a night like this makes me miss you especially much, Lon. Before I knew it, the moon had turned into a crescent and the stars were twinkling and dancing in the sky, just like they did that night. It was at the hunting festival, under the crescent moon, that we became closer, wasn't it? For me, who has always struggled with feelings of inferiority, the memory of that day still vividly lingers in my mind. It all started when Emma, a student of the alchemy faculty, went to gather medicinal herbs and was attacked by an unknown demonic beast and was later found with her stomach ripped open. I should have realized it back then. Damn it. Come at me, you damn wolves. They're magical beasts, so they're much faster than regular wolves. But at the end of the day, they're still just beasts. Their movements are simple. I thought it'd be difficult to deal with more than one at a time, but if this is all they've got, I can do this. Come out, every last one of you. I'll take care of all of you. I thought I'd taken care of all the magical beasts. But I can sense one more. What's up with that one? It's not coming closer. Did it set up a trap, waiting for me to fall for it? Pretty clever for a beast. But then there's no reason to fight either. Wait. This smell. No way. Damn it. I could never forget this smell. It smells like the alchemy classroom. No, it smells like the potion from Emma's workshop. It was you. You were the one who attacked Emma. I'm sure of it. That piece of fabric is from Emma's robe. Hey. You're going to die right here and now. This son of a bitch. It's almost as if it's laughing because it's sure it'll win. It looks like it wants to cut me down the same way I cut those beasts down. But I won't let this turn out the way it wants. It's not like the other beasts who came at me right away. It must be a high-ranking magical beast. I could die if I make the wrong move. I'll have to test it out first. Shit. It's way too fast. I could see it coming, but I couldn't react in time. Come on. Why is it so tough? Look at this fucker doing somersaults. I should sell you to the circus or something. Alright. I'll just beat you half to death and then hand you over to one. It cracked some teeth when it bit down on my sword, so it probably can't bite me. But I still have to worry about all its other attacks. Not to mention the fact that I'm in worse shape because I took on its first attack. I won't be able to dodge if it does another crazy high-speed attack like before. It has me beat in both stamina and speed. Huh. Things won't look good for me if this fight drags out. I have to end this while it's still playing with me. I guess it can't be helped. I didn't want to fight this way because it's dangerous. First letter, 8, it was the same when a group of magical beasts attacked me during the practical class of the Knights Division. What would have happened if we hadn't reacted quickly? Yet nobody cared. Back then, we thought that because the forest was the stage for the hunting festival, they were deliberately neglecting the proliferation of the beasts. It was a very naive and simplistic assumption you'd expect from students. I heard the administration was in complete chaos. No matter how much I look at it, I think it was Dean Delamore's mistake to push forward with the hunting festival that year. It's not killing me right away as it did with Emma. It ripped her belly open as though it were playing with her. That's why. I know that if I pretend to be weak, it'll let its guard down and expose its guts. You gleefully walked up to me trying to rip my belly open, didn't you? Without realizing that you're about to have your own guts ripped out. You should have learned to kill your prey right away, and not play with them as you did with Emma when facing someone stronger than you. Your arrogance is what got you killed, you piece of shit. And remember this. Remember that the one who killed you is Emma. Don't you dare forget it. Ian. Please, be alive. Just now. Was that Ian? I sensed two presences coming from a short distance away. One of them is a beast. The other one is probably Ian. Professor. Where's Ian? He's not here. Huh? Then where is he? We'll find out if we continue further. Hey. Ian. Haha. Aren't you guys a bit too late? Professor Derek. When I woke up, I was in the temple. According to what the saintess told me, Professor Derek carried me here when I fell unconscious after killing the magical beast. She said it's going to be a while before I get discharged. I'm lucky I only got away with this. After all, my gamble worked, and I got to avenge Emma. Not that it's going to bring Emma back from her coma. According to the professor, the beast was young for its size. If it was more mature, it wouldn't be fooling around with its prey, would it? That's a pretty serious monologue. You dumbass. I'm a patient, alright? If you're just here to pick a fight, then leave. Yeah. You're a patient with some loose screws, you know that? Why would you risk your life just to act cool in front of a girl? You lunatic. What are you talking about? At the time, you had the potion Emma gave you, didn't you? Yeah. It was thanks to her potion that I was able to kill that magical beast. Why didn't you just let Syria drink it? If you did that and hit her atop the tree, you could have gone and fetched the professor, right? There was no need to risk your life, you idiot. Oh. Yuri, right. You really are hopeless, you dumbass. From now on, if you're going to do something, you'd better ask me first. With that said, I gotta give it to you. That rude girl, Yurdina. She's completely smitten with you now, you know that? I saw her loitering in front of the temple. Once she does it more than a dozen times a day. Seriously. Why doesn't she just go in like a normal person? I guess she must be feeling guilty. Ian. You woke up. I didn't even register in your mind, huh? I'm so glad you're alright. So, what are you two talking about? Bite me. It hurts. Ian's gonna buy me a drink using the bounty reward for defeating the magical beast. Reward? Yeah. I heard they're offering 70 gold for it. I've never heard of that. I'm going to the bathroom. In the meantime, you decide what you want to eat. Well, Ian. Where should we go? Do you want to eat some monster meat? Hey. Yuri hurting. Let's go to the restaurant that specializes in magical beasts in the city's dining district. I heard they serve the best drake meat. Is that really something you should talk about to someone who's hurt? Oh. Sorry. I'm not mad. I was really worried. I really thought you died. You think I'm gonna die that easily? Celine sure does smell good. Why do you keep getting yourself in danger all the time? I don't care what happens to that girl. All I care about is that you're safe. I can't just leave someone I know in the face of danger. That's not the point. Ugh. You're the most important person in the world to me, Ian. It's been that way ever since I was little. What's up with her all of a sudden? What's up with her all of a sudden? I mean, yeah, her childhood friend, almost died, but, that's why. I want you to take care of yourself. Was the shock too much for her? Huh? Huh? I feel bad interrupting this moment between my dear friend and a junior who's like a sister to me, but I thought I should let you know that I'm here too. That was close. What was I about to do to someone I treat as a younger sister? Forget it. You. Yeah? If you plan to keep getting along with Syria, you better watch out for Celine, too. The world of women is much more complicated than you can imagine. Looking back, I shouldn't have ignored Leto's words. In the end, because of me, their relationship took a turn for the worse. Hey, look at that. It's the rude Yurdina. I heard she ran away from the magical beasts even though she's the top student among the second years of the swordsmanship department. They say that the senior she was paired with is a real talent, while she's all show. They're not wrong. It's true that I ran away. It's also true that Senior Ian was the one who defeated the magical beasts. He didn't even need to fight. It was my mistake, my responsibility. Yet he went to fight in my stead. And said, don't say that to your friends. It's an emergency. Have the temple prepare for an operation right away. Because of that, Senior Ian nearly died. Why did Senior Ian risk his life for me? In the past, I probably wouldn't have been able to answer that question, but I think I understand a little now. Syria, you're meditating again? Let's go out and do something else. He's the first person I felt comfortable around. Even when I spoke harshly or complained, he didn't say anything back. As if to say even not doing anything was enough. As if to say it's just okay to be myself. Soon after, I began to feel like I don't want to lose him. So now I think I can understand, even if it's only a little, how he must have felt when he was facing the beasts. Just like how I don't want to lose Senior Ian. He doesn't want to lose me. Because friends don't want each other to die. That's right. Senior Ian is the first friend I've ever made in my life. Have you been well? Yeah. I hardly feel any pain now. I'm relieved to hear that. I'm glad you came. My head hurts, because of the book Leto gave me to study for the exam. You haven't changed either, have you? You're not angry, are you? Is she worried about what happened? Why would I be angry when there's nothing for me to be mad about? You're really not? Her emotions are all over the place. Anyway, don't worry too much. It's only natural for friends to help each other out, right? Friends. By the way, that thing you're holding in your hands. Is that compensation again? And no. It's the reward money Professor Derek gave me. It's the reward for defeating the magical beasts. He told me to give it to you as soon as possible. Isn't there too much in here? You didn't add an extra, did you? You don't even need to try saying it's my reward for saving your life, just take the extra amount back. Your life isn't something one can buy with gold. Ah. Our hands are. Senior. Ian. Good morning. Ah. Thank you for kayak Ian. How are you feeling? Celine. Why did you? I suppose I'll be taking my leave. I haven't finished my morning training yet. What a rude, impudent bitch. Whose fault does she think it is that you ended up here in the first place? Hey. Why are you being such a, come on, just forget about her. Let's think of what we're gonna eat when you get discharged. The world of women is much more complicated than you imagine. Haha, is this what he meant by that? Anyway, that's not the point. You just, okay, it's settled then. We're going as soon as you can leave. She's even more of an eyesore than before. We should crush her completely. I already couldn't stand it when the professors pampered her for being the top student, but now she's abandoned her friend to run away alone? She's a disgrace to the nobility. Does she have any weaknesses? We need to crush her completely. Don't you think so too, teen? You know you shouldn't mess with the Urdinas, right? One wrong move, and they'll retaliate. Behave yourself. What an interesting conversation you're having. I'd like to tell you something about Syria Urdina, if you have the time, that is. Who the hell are you? Don't just butt into our conversation. Hold it, Lupin. What is it you'd like to tell us? Let's hear it. It's about her birth. You don't need to worry about retaliation from the Urdinas. I can guarantee that. Emma. If only I had believed the contents of the letter. Then this could have been prevented. 2 of the things written in the letter have already come true: the attack on Emma and the appearance of magical beasts in the forest. That means there's a high probability magical beasts will also appear at the hunting festival. Even now, I still have my doubts. Yes, how did you know the monster's weakness was its horns? Since it's written as monster this time, it must be stronger than before. If that's the case, I won't be able to stop it alone. I have no choice but to ask Professor Derek to help me defeat it. Mr. Ian? I thought you had been discharged. Did you come for a visit? Oh, I just wanted to stop by for a bit before heading out. How is Emma? With continued treatment, we can keep her alive, but that doesn't mean she will recover. I see. About that. You said that if we made a valuable offering, she could be cured. What kind of offering did you mean? An object with high divine power or strong magical energy. Usually, the remains of valuable magical beasts are used. However, not only are they not readily available, but it would also be difficult for her father to obtain such an item. Would offering a high-ranking magical beast suffice? I heard it's worth about 70 gold. Unfortunately, that won't be enough. Though if I had to guess, an adult of that magical beast species might be. I see. Thank you for the explanation. Now, if you'll excuse me. Of course. I'm sure Emma will experience a miracle soon, so let's watch over her together. Could the monster mentioned in the letter be strong enough to be used as an offering? Booty can't handle anything stronger than that beast on my own. For now, I have to see the professor. Pardon the intrusion, Professor. Looks like you're feeling better now. What's the matter? If magical beasts stronger than those wolves were to show up, would you deal with them, Professor? That's a difficult question. Because no magical beast stronger than them will show up. Huh? But didn't magical beasts also show up out of nowhere last time? So there's no guarantee that something stronger won't show up, right? The chances of that happening in the southern forest are extremely small. Magical beasts can appear anywhere with a high concentration of unrefined magical energy. That's why the Empire manages the areas around places where people live so they can't spawn. But they left the southern forest alone. Do you know why? 1. Because of the hunting festival? Exactly. They keep the population at a certain level and prevent strong ones from appearing. But what if a strong one survived? The strong beasts love fighting and have a strong presence. It's impossible for them to survive without being noticed. If one manages to survive nevertheless, it must have a special ability. Damn it. I'm worried because such a strong monster might appear. Besides, the hunting festival is a competition to see who can hunt the strongest beasts. So what if one strong beast shows up? So you're saying you don't care if your students get injured or killed? That's not what I said. Since the purpose of this tournament is to improve the students' abilities, we can't just interfere. What's more, overcoming crises is also one of the objectives. I see. So you won't take action until something happens. It seems that, in the end, I have no choice but to handle this on my own. Hey, look. It's the rude one. They had stopped for a while, but now they've started again. Oh yeah. Say. Isn't she the one who grew up without a mother? What is it? Is there something you want to say to me? Ignore them. I don't know where they heard that, but I mustn't waste my energy on them. Go ahead and keep ignoring me. Just as you always have. Our brilliant little Yerdina. It's been a while since I ate something other than hospital food. Did you see that just now? She was trembling with anger as she left the cafeteria. But was it really okay for us to just ignore it? We're talking about the Yerdina family here. So what? I heard she's considered a disgrace by her family because her mother is from the lower class. If her family gets involved, won't it just spread throughout the empire? If anyone's gonna defend her, it'd be that one senior. What's his name? Ian Purkis, was it? That's right. That's the guy. What was that just now? And nothing. Wonderful weather we're having today, right, guys? Hey, you traitors. Can I talk to you for a sec? I have a lot of things I want to ask you. Why? Does the swordsmanship department have to study topology? All this stuff about areas and lines. It makes me sick. Hey, take a look at this. What's that? What is this article? The SC Forest Mac Repellin Crifteries, the Southern Forest Magical Beast Repelling Case, the third-year student Jan Purkis, 23, has become the talk of the academy after defeating multiple magical beasts in the Southern Forest. Mr. Purkis has defeated as many as 10 monsters, including a high-ranking one. This achievement is nothing short of remarkable, even considering the fact that he is an upper-class man. Meanwhile, Miss Syria Yerdina, 22, a second-year student has, despite her outstanding academic performance as the top student in the swordsmanship department, come under fire for abandoning her friend and fleeing, leaving him in danger. Syria fled and left her friend in danger? She just went to get the professor. And why am I being praised so much? Well, it sells better this way. The arrogant Yerdina runs away, while the low-ranking noble manages to defeat a high-ranking magical beast. There's no better gossip than that. Do you know who wrote this? If I don't say something about this, just give it up. Do you really think the princess of the ball is gonna hear you out? That one girl who doesn't even bother with poor people. Then I guess it's impossible to get this changed. But why would you go that far? Just think of it as a funny story. I just think this wouldn't be good for Syria. It seems some bad rumors about her have been spreading lately. Basically, Teen insulted Syria, and now others are spreading similar rumors. Well, I've scolded those guys good, so they probably won't say it openly anymore. What year are those guys in? I think they're second years, seeing how they wear brown capes and all. Teen's group of third years, and now the second years. I have a bad feeling about this. About what? With so much harassment going on, there's probably a mastermind coordinating all of this. Someone who stirs up public opinion and leads the bullying from the shadows. Isn't Teen that guy? A delinquent from the violent kingdom in the south. He's never had a high opinion of Syria. Do you really think a noble from a frontier would have so much influence? It makes more sense to assume there's a mastermind behind this all. Someone with an information network wide enough to know about Syria's lineage. In that case, one thing's clear. First, we have to destroy Teen and his entourage. They have to know something. I finally found her. Syria. Are you okay? It looks like something bad happened earlier. Hey. Your head. What happened? Looks like she came to the cafeteria again because it's mealtime. If I was her, I'd be too embarrassed to ever come here again. Hey, now. She still has to eat, you know. Even if her mother is from the lower class. Don't you think maybe she has a different father too? Beats me. If she was just picked up off the streets, it could be possible. Where the hell did they hear about my mom? I put up with it earlier, but this time I have to say something. What's with that scary look on your face? We were just talking about a girl from the lower class. Seems like that hits close to home for you, huh? I can't forgive this. Dig magic? I'll shift my center of gravity to my other foot and... Another one. Aw, thanks to you, we got to see something fun. Hoopsies. My bad, looks like I tripped too. Syria, are you okay? This road is pretty dangerous, so you've got to be careful. Don't you know that? Normally, it shouldn't be possible to use magic without an incantation. They must have prepared this after they left the cafeteria this morning. Waiting for me to come. I had already taken the bait, so I was torn on whether or not I should fight them. But I held myself back. In the eyes of my family, my mother is non-existent, so fighting without a reason would only cause problems. Without a reason? You have one, don't you? They insulted you. He apologized and pretended it was an accident. As for the insults, they weren't directed at me by name. So they would have been able to talk their way out of it easily. While I would have just caused trouble for my family. I feel a bit better now. Thanks for lending me an ear. You're not fine at all. I am. Because you're on my side, Senior Ian, you may be okay. But I'm not. I'm not fine with this at all. She couldn't even dodge basic magic and tripped. Did you pour juice on her too? Of course. I gave her a luxurious shower she could never even afford. Ian Purkis. Do you need something from us? Where did you guys hear about Syria's private life? What, is she your girl? Why should we have to tell you? It's our main source of information, so. Have you lost your mind? You damn low-ranking noble. Looks like you want your family to be destroyed. You crazy bastard. Well, I never expected you to spill everything right away anyway. That's why I'll beat you up as much as possible and make you apologize. Seeing as they're all holding swords, the magic user must have been the first one I took care of. Which means Teen is the only troublesome one left. He's a top student among the third years of the swordsmanship department, so beating him will be tough. But now that it's come to this, there's no point in stressing over the details. I'll just deal with the guys in front of me first and think about him later. Get him. He's on his own. 3 to go. Maybe it's because my skills have improved recently. But I should be able to deal with these guys with ease. One down. 2 more to go. Die. Now you're the only one left. He's not here either. Did something happen to Senior Ian? Don't tell me he went to avenge me yesterday. No matter how angry you got for my sake. Look. It's an orphan. Huh? What are you looking at me like that for? You can't even cry to your mommy about me. These bastards. Control yourself. They're pissing me off, but there's nothing I can do. Oh my, she looks so very angry, doesn't she? Look at that ferocious look in her eyes. It must be because she didn't have a proper upbringing. Well, I guess she got half of one? Enough. Who? What are you? I'm telling you to leave it at that if you don't want to end up like me. This must be some kind of misunderstanding. We were only talking about an acquaintance. There's no need to make any excuses. Since that lunatic Ian Purkis did this to us without giving us the chance to explain ourselves either. He did this to all of us. What are y'all looking at? This isn't some kind of show. Syria Yerdina. I apologize. I will not bother you from now on. You could have spared yourself the embarrassment if you did this some other tea. There was no need for you to make such a big deal out of this. There's a reason I'm making a big deal out of this. If vague rumors were to spread, we'd be the ones getting mocked, so it's better to leave this impression that that crazy guy took us down. To be honest, I still don't like you. You're rude, but what's more annoying is that you're stronger than me, and you have a powerful backing. However, finding allies is also a skill. Be sure to tell Ian what happened today. He's cleverer than I thought. We're sorry. We won't do this again. If I had been on my own, I would have kept simply enduring it, thinking there was nothing I could do. But I can't keep relying on his help. Next time, I will definitely handle things on my own. Mr. Ian. Do you enjoy hurting yourself or something? No, more importantly, I heard you beat up 8 people yesterday. Well. I helped out because of your reasons, but if it weren't for them, the Ranellas would have made a big deal out of it. The Ranellas? Yes. The Count was clearly displeased. In the end, that bastard did comply, but there's no way he isn't scheming something to take revenge. What should I do? What if they exert pressure on my family? Of course, I properly explained the situation. When you told me the story, I obviously had to take your side. The heavens protect the righteous, after all. There's also the favor I owed you from last time. What favor? Oh. I take it you don't remember, then? It's not a big deal, so don't worry about it, Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Damned evil spirit. What the hell was it up to that week? The Saintess is a seraphic being that I never would have met outside the academy. There's no way her explanation was just an explanation. Just how big of a favor did she owe me for her to do this for me? Ian. Did you really beat up Teen and his gang? Are your own injuries okay? Whoa. Why do you jump on me every time we meet? But seriously. Why do you care about that rude bitch so much? You sacrifice yourself for her every time. Not at all. I would have done the same if it was you. Deont, I promise you that I'll protect you. So you remember. How could I ever forget? The high-ranking nobles had their eyes on the mines in your family's territory, and as a part of their scheme, they dealt with your uncle. When I saw you, my best friend, crying in the flower garden, I decided that I'd definitely protect you. Ian. Don't worry. If anything happens to you, I'll definitely protect you. You're like a little sister to me, so of course I can't just turn a blind eye if something happens. A little sister. We were having such an intimate moment. You just had to go ahead and ruin it, didn't you? What did I do wrong now? Forget it. There's no point in trying to explain it to an idiot like you. Anyway. We'll just have to deal with that Yerdina's issues as soon as possible. If that happens, my Ian Purkis's interest in her should fade. People badmouthing her isn't new, but the situation has changed. Now people say mean things in the open and even right in front of her. And it's not even just the people who hold a grudge against her or have any real connection with her. Most of them. Are high-ranking nobles at this school, with fairly large networks. Leto said the same thing. Do you have any idea who could be behind this? First of all, it can't be any of the second years. They're a group taking turns bullying her, not just one individual. It seemed like there was also a mastermind in teens group of third years. That would leave the first and fourth years, but there's no way it could be the first years, right? They have hardly any contact with your Dina. Then there's a high chance she's a fourth year. Leto will be coming later, so why don't you ask him to look into it? I'll do that. He has a lot of connections. A fourth-year student. Who's a high-ranking noble, and then there's that green-haired source Lupin mentioned. That narrows it down quite a bit. Now all that's left is to find the mastermind. Your Dina? What else? Next, it says a strong magical beast will appear at the hunting festival. Good work. You too, senior. It's about time I resumed looking into the letter. I was so busy with serious situation that I forgot about it for a while. Alright, I've got something to do, so I'll be, senior. Do you want to eat breakfast together? Right, I'll go after we get some breakfast. Ian. I mean, lousy senior. Are you done with your morning practice? Who are you calling lousy, huh? Gee, good morning. You're about to get breakfast, right? Let's go together, just the two of us as usual. Huh? Since when did we eat breakfast together? Hold on. What's going on here? Hey, look at them. It's a drama. You're Dina? Do you need something from my Ian? This girl, did she eat something bad? Let go of his arm. Who do you think you are to stop us? We do this all the time. You're getting carried away just because you're a bit closer with Ian now. Ian is only giving you attention because he's sorry that you don't have any friends. Hey. I didn't say anything like that. As I thought, you didn't seem to be a very nice person. Why is that rude girl meditating? You're one of those who talk smack about me behind my back, aren't you? Huh? Are you trying to paint me as the bad guy? Am I wrong? When I see you displaying your ugly inferiority complex like you're doing right now, I think it's appropriate. In any case, you said Senior is giving me attention because he feels sorry for me, right? In that case, I'll remain pitiful so we can be together forever. You. Don't get carried away. Go ahead and draw your sword, because I can't hold back any longer either. That's enough. Ian. I want you two to leave me alone for a while. And that's why you left those two behind. Sirius started to get angry and Celine said some weird things, so I started getting pissed off. Good grief, what an enviable situation. To have two beautiful girls fighting over you and causing such a scene. Do you realize that? Shut up unless you want to get punched in the face. Well, I imagine Celine must be having some conflicting feelings right now. After all, she suddenly got a rival out of the blue. HM? What do you mean? Sigh. What a foolish guy. You're the one who brought this nonsense up. Anyway, how is the investigation I asked you to carry out going? Why are you rushing me? I told you it would take a week. I've got my ex-girlfriends, current girlfriends, and the whole house looking for that green-haired girl. Just wait a little longer. Playboy, I didn't think it would take that long. It wouldn't be an investigation if we found her right away. By the way, I've got a question for you. Do you think a letter could come from the future? What's up with you today? You keep saying strange things. I guess it's best if I show you. Look at this. Look at what? Come on. I told you to look at this letter from the future. Hey, did you eat something bad? There's nothing there. What's going on? His hand slipped through? Don't tell me, have you been cursed with a mental breakdown or something? No. This is how I found out about Emma's accident, and the magical beast subjugation the other day was also avoided because of what was written here. What else? Next, it says a strong magical beast will appear at the hunting festival. The hunting festival? Isn't it only natural that there will be a strong opponent there since the fourth-year students who were sent out are back? No. I'm not talking about that. What I mean is that a strong magical beast will appear at this year's hunting festival. Alright. Is there really a need to emphasize that the hunting festival is taking place this year even though it's something every student at the academy knows about? What's going on? Our conversation didn't connect at all. Don't tell me, I can't even tell others about the contents of the letter? Huh. Let's say you're telling the truth. Then there's a high chance that there's some kind of time distortion happening only to you to prevent a crisis from happening. Crisis? What do you mean? It's a very serious situation, yet you're too stupid to understand it. Space-time distortion can only be achieved by the highest magic, and even then, it's only to a limited extent. Do you know why? I have the feeling that Emma has said the same thing before. Because it's hard to use? Good God, I was stupid to even ask. Using something like that would disrupt the world order, so there are restrictions in place. Take the magical beast wolf subjugation you mentioned earlier as an example. In the future that the letter came from, how was the magical beast defeated? By reading the letter? But think about it, the letter can't be written unless the magical beast is defeated. That would make the future the past and the past the future. The paradox that occurs here would throw the order of all things into chaos. In other words, knowing information about the future means, if you make one wrong move, you could be the one who destroys the world. In other words, knowing information about the future means that if you make one wrong move, you could be the one who destroys the world. I could destroy the world? It's possible. That's why I'm telling you to be careful. Well, I think the sender of the letter is trying to prevent problems from happening. But the warps in spacetime are only happening to you, and the information you have is limited. With that said, as long as you don't do anything strange, there shouldn't be any problems. No, even if that's the case, I could still become responsible for the world's destruction. I'm just some countryside noble. So how am I supposed to handle all of this by myself? What should I do from this point on? Hey, you. You're the guy who beat up my little brother, aren't you? Is she here, to take revenge for that? Then this kid claiming to be his sister must be. Did you really think the son of the Ranella family would stay put after being done in by someone like you? Elsie Ranella, the leader of one of the Academy's two great factions. Even though the Saintess tried to calm the situation down, he still came after me, huh? And he even brought his older sister. I'm done for. I'll just let them beat me up, before this turns into something bigger. Sis, that guy is really bad news. Still, running away is pathetic. Oh, my. Apologies. You were just in the way. Why don't you stop putting up a tough front in front of the students? Delphine Yardina. It's an eyesore. I see you don't have any manners as usual, Yardina. That's my line. You're in the way, so would you step aside? Just shut up and go somewhere else. It's my first time seeing Senior Delphine this close. Before, I'd only seen her in the newspaper or from a distance. Since she's Siria's sister, maybe I should talk to her a little. On second thought, I think it'd be better if I took this opportunity to get out of here. Where do you think you're going? Don't tell me you were trying to run away. No. I wouldn't dare. Huh. I really don't want to fight, but. Aha. Could that be it? You like that guy, don't you? Well, I don't mind waiting one night, so go ahead and have your fun with him. But what are you going to do? Considering what he's already done with your little sister. Senior Elsie. Say whatever you like about me. But I won't let you drag Syria into this. How do you intend to row Alpha Upsilon? The price for that? He's trying to attack me. You bastard. Too slow. Good. This is how it should be. Let's fight this out fair and square. I've already taken care of the small fries after all. You must have lost your mind. Do you really think you can beat me? I can't know what I haven't tried. You think someone of your level, Huff Huff, could break my shield? Then how about I give it a try? Let's see how long that shield of yours will last. You want to try to break my shield? You're delusional. Well, your first moves were quite decent. You did manage to take out my followers. But a third year like you could never beat. Ugh. You little. You sure are full of confidence. But will you still be running your mouth when your shield breaks? Don't make me laugh. I'm one of the best magic users in the academy. Does he really think that if he keeps hitting it, it'll break? While this fool is completely focused on swinging his axe, I need to hurry and cast a spell to crush him. Whoa. He kept hitting it until it broke. Stop. Someone, please help me. What? Now you're suddenly begging for your life? I thought you were prepared to fight to the death when you mocked me in Syria. I was, but you're really going to kill me, aren't you? And no. I don't want to die. Then you shouldn't have started this. Death is an essential part of a battle with one's honor on the line, after all. I'll let it slide this time, but you won't be so lucky next time. Hey. May I have some of your time next? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Oh, I was wondering who it was, but it turns out you're the axe-wielding murderer. Huh. Should I give you a taste of true fear? Ah, you're just so cool when you go all out. By the way, I heard some rumors saying that you met Senior Delphine. Yeah. Things turned out that way. But what business did she have with you? No clue. We'll meet up tonight, so I just told her okay for now. Anyway, did you find out who started the harassment against Syria? Yep, I did. That's why I came to see you. Read this. What's this? I didn't think you'd be this calm. I just am for some reason. We've had a few clues so far, but when I thought about what the reason for the harassment could be, I thought surely that would be it. So you've confirmed your suspicions with the information I gave you? Yeah, that's right. Then, what will you do now? First, I'll be seeing the person in question. And what I do next depends on their answer. Senior Ian. He fought for my sake this time again. Senior Elsie only went to Senior Ian because he dealt with the people who were harassing me. Here I thought I'd handle things on my own, but I was helped out yet again. Why do you look so sad? Senior Ian? Well. I'm sorry for what happened the other day. I even treated Celine like the bad guy for no reason. Don't worry about it. I was pissed at that time as well. But I'm not angry anymore, so don't worry. But every time, I do nothing but sit back and watch you help me. It was the same this time. You fought someone who harassed me, and even Senior Elsie got involved. I'm fine, so feel free to rely on me. When either of us is in trouble, we should rely on each other. Next time, you might be the one to help me. I see. Then. Can I hug you? Huh. Hold on. Hey. What the heck is going on here? Syria. This is because of my mother. She would always hug me when I cry, so. I didn't upset you, did I? I didn't mean to. I just felt so. A sepia flower in a place like this. This flower usually only grows in the north. I've never seen it grow so far south. A sepia flower. I completely forgot about it because of the harassment. But the whole reason I approached Syria in the first place was to find out whether she is sepia or not. I'll take this opportunity to ask. Do you perhaps like this flower, Syria? Yes. My mother liked it. So I like it too. With that kind of emotional connection, maybe she renamed herself to that later. But I don't know why she would want to hide her name. In any case, this flower must be very important to that person. Also, the part of the letter that said we grew close during the hunting festival bothers me. Is Syria really sepia? If she is, then. Is she the one I'm going to be married to in the future? No, no. No matter how trustworthy that letter may be. She's just a junior. I shouldn't let this distract me and just focus on what I have to do. Syria. May I ask you another question? It's a bit of a personal one, though. Huh? What is it? Is it already certain that Senior Delphine will be the successor of the Urdina household? So the possibility of you becoming the one. Me. I have neither the qualifications nor the ability to become the successor. My sister holds all the real power, and everyone in the family supports her. I see. Has your sister been trying to keep you on a leash? Keep me on a leash? You're also a daughter of the Urdinas, so if a fight over who should succeed breaks out. I've never once defied my sister. I've always quietly and obediently done what I was told. My sister always warned me that if I am not useful to the family, I'm worthless. And that I should do what I'm told. So, I was always on guard. At least, that was until I decided to take part in the hunting festival. But why are you interested in that? There's no particular reason. However, I might have to fight your sister soon. So I wanted to know what kind of person she is. High-ranking noble dormitory Aeolus Hall. Thank you for waiting. I will show you to the room. Thank you. Just Senior Delphine and me. It seems like another strange rumor is going to spread. Miss Delphine. Mr. Ian has arrived. Please, come in. This is my only chance to find out the truth. Excuse me. Welcome. Prince of the Axe. What the? Why is she dressed like that? Senior Delphine. Perhaps you should change your appearance. Why? Don't you like what you see? No. Why, you look beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. Please, sit. With all due respect, perhaps it might be a good idea to be more mindful of your appearance in front of Alpha Mu Alpha Nu. Why? There's no need for that. Seeing beautiful things makes one want to have them, right? A beautiful woman's body is one of those things. But for most women, a man's desires can be harmful. Which is why they cover up their body. To protect themselves. However, there's no one who can have me, so why should I worry about that? Indeed. There's no man in the academy who would be able to beat her. Besides, it's no big deal anyway. It seems you are still quite naive. I grew up in the countryside. So I don't know much about these things. Then you should get used to it from now on, because it's a part of everyday life. Why does it kind of feel like she's trying to seduce me? Now then, let us get to the matter at hand. Become my ally, Prince off the Axe. Me? Yes. I have never met anyone as interesting and bold as you. Of course, out of all the Academy's factions, you'll get the best treatment. Is she really trying to recruit me because she wants me? There's no way that could be the case. There must be some other reason. Before I give you a response, I would like to ask a question. What is it? Are you aware that Syria has been getting harassed lately? I've heard about it. Those people must truly know no fear. Doing something like that to the Urdinas. I found a student who has been leaking Syria's private information, and I have confirmed that this person has been coming and going to this dormitory. What are you getting at? Let me paint you the whole picture. The person who spread rumors about Syria's mother is from Urdina. They have the connections and status to have many people harass someone. And lastly, they knew private information about Syria's mother that only family members should know. Taking all this into account, there can be only one person behind the whole thing. And that person is you. Delphine Urdina. I thought you were rash, but you're surprisingly thorough. But why would I harass my beloved little sister? You might not have had a reason to do so before, but you do now, don't you? Because the always obedient Syria has decided to take you on during the hunting festival. Well, what you're saying might be possible, but if there's no evidence. If that's what you want, I'll get that green-haired student. Enough already. I was behind it. To be honest, I was planning on leaving her alone. But then she said she was going to challenge me during the hunting festival, so I had to teach her to never challenge her master. Challenge her master? Syria just wants to prove herself. Anyway, do you have any intention of becoming my ally? Because honestly, I hadn't expected your abilities to be this impressive. I'll have to decline, because working under a conning person like you seems like it'd be a pain in the ass. Oh, my. Was I that obvious? But I can't just let this end with that now, can I? So you had a secret weapon on you. I need at least some protection. However, the more we talked, the more interested I got in you. Not hesitating at a crucial moment is not something many people can do. It makes me want to train you to be my hunting dog. If you did that, you'd regret it. Ahaha, me? Regret something? If such a time ever comes, it'll be when I'm defeated. Anyway, let us leave it here for today. It's about time for you to get back. I would love to do just that. But I'm not ready to end this yet. You have a long way to go, Prince of the Axe. Kook. Don't feel too disappointed now. If it was anyone other than me, it would have worked. Now then. Shall I make sure he completely loses his will? Ugh. This guy. The moment he lost his axe, he drew his sword without hesitation. Like he never intended to finish this in one strike from the start. I think you've got the wrong idea about me, calling me the Prince of the Axe and all. Because my main weapon is the sword. H. You really did intend to get rid of me, huh? You wouldn't have taken me by surprise without such resolve. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you've won. What do you mean? You're the strongest in the academy, so if I've pushed you this far, that's as good as a defeat for you. He's right. Although I was caught off guard, this is the first time I've been pushed this far. Maybe that's why I'm getting so greedy. Not at all. Seriously, just how stubborn can you? Prince of the Axe, the outcome of this battle must be made clear. Ah. Ahem. No. Senior Delphine, that's a bit. Miss Delphine, may I come in? Much noise has been coming from your room, so I have come to check up on you. I am fine. Oh. I sincerely apologize. Please forgive me for my rude conduct. Wait. It's not like th dash. Oh my, what's this? What's an axe doing, lying over here? Let's just say that I lost this time. Now then, good night. Say, did you hear about Senior Delphine? You mean the thing about that Ian guy going to her dorm and causing trouble? Yeah. Apparently he threatened the defenseless senior with an axe. I guess he's the kind of person who starts swinging an axe around when he's in a bad mood. Right? I've known that guy for 3 years now, but I never thought he'd be such a bad guy. Him hiding his true nature is way scarier than him hiding his abilities, you know? Hey. Stop talking. I didn't say anything wrong, thou. It's the Prince of the Axe. Run for your life. Huh. Another strange rumor has spread again. How did word about what happened get out so quickly? At this point, I can't help but think that someone is spreading rumors about me on purpose. 12 days until the hunting festival. Hunting festival schedule. Notice J. The hunting festival, a festival beloved by the great Emperor Aeolus, will be held on the 30th day of the month. The participants who capture the strongest beast in the forest shall be proclaimed the champion. A special prize shall be awarded to the group that captures the most beasts. Application period from midnight on the 16th day until 1800 hours on the 23rd day. Participation requirements open to all students regardless of grade, department, or academic performance. Applications must be submitted in groups of 4. Since I decided to participate, I'd better sign up soon. Whoa. But right now, there's only me and Syria. How am I going to find 2 other people? I'd like to have at least one mage on the team. Since having a rear guard makes a big difference. Should I just invite Leto for now? Fuck off. There's no way in hell I'm joining you. Come on, don't say that. Let's go together, Leto. What the hell is your deal? I just want you to join us. Stop it. You're being disgusting. But having a mage would be a good idea. Fine. If you won't join us, then at least introduce me to a good mage. The infamous Elstranella. Is this the end for her? RM, a good mage. There should be some indeed. Hey Ian, just do as I say. The infamous Elsie Ranella. Is this the end for her? If you do, you'll definitely find yourself a mage.